I cannot cry. Hello my lovelies and welcome to this video. It is a video I promised almost a month ago, well not a month but it's coming close to it. For my 30th birthday I had the best time ever. I celebrated my 30th birthday in Belgrade for around 35 of my closest kind of like friends and just like generally people that I really always have the best time with. I have done kind of like we've done a bit of filming, so I wanted maybe to insert what it looked like now. And guys, today's outfit of the day is the first outfit I'm wearing of my 30s, and it is the golden Oscar de la Renta gown that I'm wearing first time after Belgrade. So I can fit in it, that's a good sign, right? My hair and makeup, I have to be super grateful to my incredible team who I will link below. But now we need to go dance because my friends are, you know, already dancing, right? So follow me because we are going to have the craziest night tonight. Is honestly for me the most incredible night, I can tell you guys. So yeah, that was my 30th birthday party, which was phenomenal, and we're still talking about it. In fact, we're still celebrating my birthday just because like 2 days ago I had a birthday dinner with some of my friends and I'm still receiving birthday presents, which is kind of crazy, but it's happening, and I'm actually like really making the most out of it. I mean, you only turn 30 once, right? Still, I told you that the best present I have ever received in my whole entire life is what I've received from my sister, and it's not really like a kind of material gift. It's, well, it is in the end, but actually it is more about the thought that she put into this. So I started reading her card and kind of showing you a few things in my what I got for my birthday video, and you guys said you wanted to see the whole of it, so I've got it here. It's quite like, I cried so much when I was like going through this gift, so hopefully that's not gonna repeat again, but I really wanted to show it to you because you guys asked to see it all. I think this is also such a like an incredible idea for a gift. So if you ever have like a very important person in your life that is having a birthday, my sister told me this took her around 5 to 6 weeks I think to compile, so it's something that she works really hard on, and I'm so grateful for it. It's honestly incredible. It came in 2 big baskets with a card on top, and all the stuff were in those baskets. Baskets I sadly couldn't bring from Serbia, they were just too bulky, but of course I brought everything else, including this bottle of tequila, which I will get to in a moment. Yeah, so I am gonna show you the card. The card just says, sister in a million. It's very colorful and cute. And then it says, there is no sister as special as you. You're one in a million. Have a very happy birthday. And then my sister just said, to my one and only Cetica jedinica, which means like kind of only sister, with all of my life today and always, Donia, March 2019. But that's really not what the card is. This, and this, and this, and this, and this. Oh my god, yeah, I guess you can see that this woman has got a first class degree in pharmacy. She's kind of used to writing dissertations, master reports and things like that. I kind of briefly mentioned this in the previous video, that like my sister and I are so different in every possible way, but that's something we really appreciate about one another. Like I, for example, sometimes cannot do adult things. She's so good at like serious stuff. She's literally like kind of guided me throughout my life so much because our parents worked so hard. So she was the one often like picking me up from school, bringing me home, teaching me how to like make something to eat, how to cross the street. That was all my sister. She's 6 years older, almost 6 years older. Also when like that time, you know, like that age difference. Also when I was 3, Yugoslavia war started, so we had to move, and at that point she was already 9, so it was like a lot of changes happened in our lives, so we had to like really turn one to the other, and she really helped me through everything in life. And I honestly like, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today without her. I wouldn't have like, or I wouldn't be able to kind of succeed in anything if it wasn't for her, because everything I know, everything I do, she taught me, which is kind of weird because we are so different. So we always say that I'm the creative one, that she's more rational one, that she's more kind of like an adult one, and I'm more of an artist. And that's why I think this present is even more special, because it's a very creative gift. I'll start showing it to you because I'm already talking for 5 minutes and I haven't even... Yeah. So it says, I'm not a creative mind. I'm someone who likes to learn and put things in practice, but sometimes struggle with creativity. I have never been the creative type. I never did well in school in arts and was never very interested in it. To every Ming, there's a Yang, and you're definitely mine. Almost everything I am good at, you struggle with, and everything you're good at, I am rubbish with. And I would not change it for a world. However, I find that you even inspire my creativity. You turn my weakness into strengths and make me see things from different angle. Who would think I would be able to think of this birthday present? So unlike me. Maybe we were just very good at realizing each other's potential as well as weakness, or maybe it was just a coincidence. I am grateful every day of my life for having you as my sister. This basket was created to celebrate last 30 years. Celebrate 30 years of Tamara, 30 years of world's best sister friend, leader, coach, and now I can proudly say my role model. 30 presents for 30 years, and explanation is as follows. Years 1, 2, and 3, there are no presents for, as it is not documented you actually existed. Were you born as a 4-year-old, or was it that parents knew how many pictures will be taken in life of you so that they couldn't be bothered? I think it was just that you were not very photogenic and could not smile. Not as pretty baby as their firstborn. Actually, that's kind of true. When I was born, like very shortly after, I got like... I don't even know how you say this in English, but I had something under my eye. I'll try and insert the baby picture. And this thing kind of started fading as I turned like 4. By the time I went to school, it was almost gone, so at like 6. But the point was that I definitely was not a very pretty photogenic baby. Everyone thought I hit my face or something like that everywhere I went, and then I would just tell people tako sam se rodila, which means it's just something I was born with. But yeah, the thing faded. However, I still have got something left under my eye, which is quite strange, but it's like, I kind of like it. It makes me special. I'm just kidding. Like, I guess I kind of, it's like a story I tell, like, from a childhood. So, yeah, anyway. I wanted to kind of start telling you about these gifts because I think that will help you get to know me better. Whew. this is gonna be very intense. Let's start. It says, open present with sticker 1. In 1993, you turned 4, and to celebrate that birthday once again, I provide you Barbie, the very same one that got injured in your early years. I hope you now forgive relevant parties. Now, the reason why I'm showing you these gifts is also because you will get to know me better. In 1993, like, my parents were going a lot to Italy because it was obviously like this kind of wartime, and there were not many options like to buy things in Yugoslavia or in Serbia at the time. So my mom brought me this Barbie from Italy, and I loved her so much, but it did get injured because we had a full house of guests one day, and my aunt was like having a discussion with my cousin. She kind of like was holding it and dropped it, and the Barbie like lost its head. So I was very upset, but my sister has replaced it now. Open present with sticker 2. In 1994, you turned 5. And to celebrate your 5th birthday, I'm preparing you for future and giving you neck collar. It will prove useful in months to come. I went to this kindergarten in Novi Sad called, I'm pretty sure it was called Leftirich. I loved this. It was called actually a children's college kind of thing, and we had always like, I always had the great time there. I loved going there because we didn't have this like afternoon nap, which most of the kindergartens have in Serbia, and I hated afternoon naps. So I loved going to this kindergarten because there we had like ballet, we had English lessons, music and stuff like that. So it was very, very interesting. I was 5 and I was running one day in the garden and turned quickly, got a stiff neck, and ever since I've got a sensitive neck and sensitive back, and yeah, this is what my sister kind of remembers clearly. Open present with sticker 3. Okay, so you're 6 already, and to celebrate that, I present you with Benetton hoodie. You will find that saying on the top will prove itself useful later on in your career. In addition, I feel that no explanation is required for Benetton top at the age of 6. Did you own any other clothing? The saying on the hoodie says follow me, which is so appropriate considering that now everything I do is about like, you know, social media and influence and things like that. When I was 6, our mother brought us to Rome, where we did like some shopping for school that was starting in September. All I wanted was stuff in Benetton. It was all colorful hoodies, colorful trousers, printed stuff, and I was like, I just liked wearing Benetton. This was my favorite brand. Open present with sticker 4. You are 7 and full of beans, my very clever but sometimes forgetful sister. To relive that time of our lives, I have gifted you Radni list. It is a Maths 1 workbook. I was going to ensure it is all filled in for you, but then realized tables have spun. Maybe you could fill this one with Stefan. It is basically a workbook. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like 3 plus 3 plus 4 equals 7 plus 2 plus 1 equals. It is Maths workbook. The thing with me is I started going to school a year earlier than any of my kind of age. My sister and I still went to the same school, which is like kind of like elementary school in Novi Sad. It was called Đorđe Natošević, and my sister and I overlapped there for 2 years. When I was 2nd grade, she was already finishing, and then in 3rd grade I was there alone because she started high school. We would go to school together always because we were the same like shift, like same hours. I always forgot to do my homework. I was just too immature for school when I was 6. Like I wasn't really ready. I was emotionally immature. When it came to kind of like being able to learn, because I did a lot of psychological tests because you have to do them in Serbia when you start school. They said that intellectually I'm ready to school and I'm ahead of even the generation that was starting then, but when it comes to emotional development, that I was very immature and that it will be hard for me to face responsibilities, which was the case. So I never did my homeworks, and I would wake up my sister every single morning at 5 a.m. to do my homework. She hated it, and eventually she filled the whole of the workbook, like for the whole year, like very, very briefly, just so I can fill it in later so you can see it's my handwriting. Yeah, she was always doing my homework until like age of 8 or 9, and then I kind of finally got my peep together. Now, I'm gonna keep going. Open present with sticker 5. You're 8 and have 14-year-old sister. You're so cool, too cool for school. Would you like more blue mascara in your hair? Your professional makeup and hair artist Dunya set amazing early foundations. It's a blue hair mascara because every time I had a birthday, like in school, my sister would do like my hair. She would make these little like Spice Girl kind of like was like trend like hairstyle for me, and she would put some blue mascara in my hair, and it felt like I was the coolest kid ever. I was only like 8, but I always asked her if she can put like some lipstick on me and if she could choose my outfit. I loved going for birthdays and I loved getting dressed for it, and she completely enabled that. So thanks, sister. You set early foundations. Open present with sticker 6. Surprise! It's a box of Kinder Surprise. You're 9 and by now you have been asking for a box of Kinder chocolates for years for your birthday. You never really specified the size of the box when you asked for it. However, you have now 21 years later learned to be pedantic, and those uncertainties drive you mad. My little miss think ahead to prevent a problem. So I always say like I always think ahead to prevent a problem because I always think of every possible scenario ahead and I try to prevent it rather than kind of treat it once it happens. So I always ask for a box of Kinder Surprise, but like she said, I never specified the size. However, I meant like a whole box, you know, like a big box. Open present with sticker 7. You're now 10 and becoming little mini me. To relive that time of life, I enclose Oasis CD. Hope you appreciate it as much as you appreciated then. However, you're my wonder wall. Because maybe you're gonna be that one that saves me, and after all, you're my wonder wall. We listened to that song all the freaking time, my sister and I. She was a huge Oasis fan. My sister was like a really cool kid. I was more like a pop princess later. My sister was a cool kid, so she always like listened to this like Green Day and Oasis at the time, and I was just kind of like, you know, tagging along. Open presents with sticker 8 and 9. Hello, my 11-year-old girly girl. You might find those pens useful. I wonder how long does one with exchanging colors last before you lose one color? 1 day or 2 days? So there's one that I don't know how to explain this, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's the one where you like take the color out and you put it on top and so on. I loved those, but I would always lose 1 or 2 colors eventually. I loved pens, coloring, crayons, anything Crayola, you remember the brand, anything Crayola related I loved. At that age I was constantly drawing, painting, and I hated maths. That was just me. Open present with sticker 10. I actually still like this present. You're 12 and your older sister now lives in England, and you turn into die-hard Britney fan. Such a disappointment for my sister. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oh baby. Lucky I was away because my sister was not like into pop. I love, this was my favorite album, this one and Overprotected, I think. I still love Britney, and I even saw her play in Vegas. I mean, sing in Vegas twice. So, ta-da! Open present with sticker 11. You're 13. Wow, time flies. Your pink obsession is going strong, and to celebrate that, there is appropriately colored mug. Hope your drinks, when drunk from pink mug, taste better. At age of 13, I was obsessed with everything pink. I remember coming to England to visit my sister, and I bought like these trousers that were a trend, like a military trend, but like a pink military trousers, pink top, pink hoodie, pink juicy couture tracksuit, pink sneakers, like everything was pink, like everything had to be pink. I was so obsessed with pink, and my sister was like, no. Open present with sticker 12. These were always my favorite chocolates. I have been living in England on my own for a few years now, and I'm running out of ideas what you might like for your 14th birthday. However, box of Jillian chocolates will be appreciated, so I'm playing it safe. You might also need a skirt or an extra outfit. Oh, you're now giving me a list of things you need. Why did I ever ask? My suitcase is now full of your presents, and Mom will ask again, why did I bring the worst clothes I own to wear at home over my school holidays? So whenever my sister would come over to Serbia from England, because I was living in Serbia, she was living in England, and I was at this point like 14, I would give her a list of everything that I need, like my New Year's Eve outfit, like a new phone usually, like a lot of different things, like, and my sister would never ever say no to me. Open present with sticker 13. Now this kind of ties in so nicely with my previous video. You're 15. Happy birthday, Moody. Okay, this is EBV year, Epstein-Barr virus. I got a Epstein-Barr virus when I was 15 and I had to spend 2 months in bed. It was very terrible because it was around springtime up until summer. I couldn't go to school. I didn't have energy for, like, I couldn't move. I was pretty ill, and yeah, my sister said I enclosed some Baraka to speed up recovery. Enjoy. Open present with sticker 14. You're 16 and you do not own eyebrows. It was the trend, but you might need extra tweezers to feed your pluck ever growing hair obsession, because I always ask for tweezers and tweezers. They're the best, and honestly, like, I did not own any eyebrows. If I find a picture, I'd like to insert it. Like, I find eyebrows are so important, and mine have changed so much over the last 10 years, and I think the eyebrows completely change your face. Like, me with thin eyebrows and me with thick eyebrows, two different people, completely. Ta-da! Little Miss Stubborn. When I was 17, I fell in love for the first time, and I became so stubborn, and I only did what I wanted. It was also the age when I was choosing what to do in university, and I was very stubborn. I think it's a dog on the street, like, playing with a toy. Anyway, I was very stubborn with choosing what university I go into and was not listening to anyone's advice when I was 17. I guess that's kind of a normal thing, right? Please tell me it is. So it says, you're 17 and proving to be opinionated, little miss. I know the best and do not require your input. You have very strong character and beliefs. I did not see that as asset then, but now believe that speaking for yourself is one of the best skills you have. You're never the one who is afraid to voice their different opinion. Let's agree we disagreed that year. To celebrate it, I enclose an appropriately titled book. Do you agree? Okay, don't start. We will disagree. I just love my sister. Open present with sticker 16. Obvious choice. Airbrush leg as you're 18 and you look African, because everybody thought that I was from Africa. Basically, at one point at this age, I went to many family weddings and people would say, like, oh my god, like, you know, what race are you? They would ask me, because I was so tanned and I had this very curly, like, afro kind of hair, because I'm naturally very curly, but at that point I wore it very, like, natural. But I would tan so much that you guys wouldn't even, like, recognize me. That's how different I look. And you know, like, in Serbia it's very different. It's monoracial, so people love seeing diversity because they don't get to see different races. It's very interesting for them, and I just loved looking like that. I loved looking different, and I love seeing those pictures of me because I've gone through such a periods of change, and it was like a whole different look for me. So I really liked it, and it was a phase that I went through, and my family was just like, looked nothing like me, but it was my look and the look I embraced, because I go very dark in the sun. So I love when I'm tan. I just always loved it. I still love it, but I don't really tan as much. So she said, do we even have the same heritage? You're brown. Happy adulthood. Love it. Open present with sticker 17. We now live together again, and to celebrate this birthday, I bought you appropriately titled book. You brought nothing but positive outlook into our lives. You're my book of positivity. This is the little book of positivity by Lucy Lane, and it's things like, when you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. You're the blacksmith of your own happiness, and like little practices, making happy lists and things like that, and it's all I live by. Open present with sticker 18. Now here comes the story. You're now 20, and to celebrate this birthday again, I bought some tequila. Shots anyone. By the time I was 20, I would drink when I would go out with my friends. I was never the one to get drunk, like really bad or anything like that. Never, because I was always scared and because I'm a control freak. But around my 20th birthday, I got so drunk at home, sitting with my sister, because it was her other half's 30th birthday at the time. We're exactly 10 years apart. And I was like, oh my god, let's drink tequila, it's my favorite drink. And they were all like, what? Like, you drink tequila? So that was the last time that I drank tequila 10 years ago, because we were drinking as we were sitting down, and the moment I got up I realized I got so drunk and I started hating alcohol, and now I drink so rarely, almost never, and if I drink I either drink wine or gin. Anyway, long story short, I got drunk, and after that I just stopped drinking, and kind of realized it's not for me. I never smoked, and now I don't smoke. I drink occasionally, but so little that it's like really, really, really like irrelevant. Sticker 19. This is where your blogging career really starts off, and I purchased a camera. To relive this moment, I would like to remind you of our first EOS 50D. I'm eternally grateful for that moment and have since enjoyed every single picture I have taken of you in my life. So this is a picture of the camera. We still got it. It's just like, you know what, the only support I got was the support from my sister when it came to blogging career, because she was the one who was like, I'll take pictures of you all weekend long, I believe in you, I'll be here for you. And I didn't have money to buy this camera. She spent a lot of her own money to buy the camera and the best lens so we can actually shoot together. Open present with sticker 20. You're 22 and I wanted to buy you some Percy pigs as you were eating them like they were going out of fashion. However, I got you some Haribos instead, just for fun. I always loved Haribos. Always loved Haribos. And honestly, this would have been just sufficient gift for me and I'd be so happy. You are 23 and your handbag collection is going strong. Hence, to celebrate it, I enclose some handbag-shaped chocolates. Do you want some chocolate cake as well? No? Okay, I will save it for the next birthday because I hate chocolate cake, and for one of my birthdays, my sister bought a chocolate cake and I cried so much because I was like, I couldn't believe that she bought me chocolate cake for my birthday because I hate chocolate cake. But anyway, this was the year when I proper started collecting my handbags. Open presents with sticker 22 and 23. This was in there. You're 24 and drinking Diet Coke from can every single day. I remember I was a pharmacist at the time and my boss told me that I just have to stop because it's really unhealthy. Hence, it is an obvious present. Also, to prepare you for future, I'm giving you a great book to help you understand love. Hope you enjoyed. Here it is. It is 5 love languages, and I actually have always had long relationships, like 3 years, all like were 3-year relationships, 3-year long relationships. So every single one was 3 years, and then we would kind of part our ways. And I think that's mainly because you grow. I've changed so much from when I was 20 to 30. I've become like 3 different people, you know, like I've really changed. And to maintain a relationship, you have to change together. And if you're not changing together, it just cannot really work. So this is a book I'm actually very much looking forward to reading. Open present with sticker 24. I got a Smithson diary, and she said, okay, I'm not gonna provide you with an explanation for this present. It is unnecessary. It is a Smithson notebook. It's gold, it's beautiful, and it says Busy Bee. I don't know if I should say. I'm gonna say, I don't care. I got from my boyfriend a Smithson diary for my birthday, and I remember like it was like a hot pink diary, so she's kind of now reliving my presents. But yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. Open present with sticker 25. You are 27 and you became an aunt. Stefan picked a book for you to relive this birthday and said he would like to read it to you. Like, this makes me so freaking emotional, especially because the book is I Love You to the Moon and Back. Oh my god, this is like, I get so emotional when it comes to my nephews, and I just find it so sad. Like, not so sad, but so like emotional that he picked this book for me and that he wants to read it for me, because Stefan's 4 and he already reads, and yeah. I cannot cry. Open presents with sticker 26 and 27. This Compede Blister Clusters 27 Red Bull Light. You're 27 and career woman. You are undistractable and realizing that sleep is overrated. Your feet are not enjoying your new lifestyle, so I enclose some blister plaster. Red Bull is also an obvious choice, as you still have 30 hours of work to complete today. At 27, I became probably the most hardworking I ever was in my life, and I realized what actually really makes me happy. But it's also a big part of how my parents raised me. My parents raised me that working hard is what makes you happy, so yeah. Okay, open present with sticker 28, no explanation provided. So my boyfriend at the time gave me woolen socks for my birthday. You know what? People always think that I get like these rich boyfriends buying me expensive gifts and spoil me and I don't know what, but this is what I got, and it was like his mom made these for me and he gave it to me for my birthday. So my sister bought pretty much the same and we laughed about it so much. Open present with sticker 29. Okay, you're 29 and becoming increasingly difficult to buy. my options were new socks or new bedding. We used to laugh at families that used to buy socks as Christmas gifts. Now we realize how blessed they are. I always used to think, why would you want socks or bedding or something that you use for your birthday? You want something that you wouldn't buy otherwise. But then I realized how blessed you are when all you want for your birthday are socks or beddings, because it means that you have everything and that there's nothing that you would like for your birthday, which is kind of the phase that I'm in right now. Like, material things don't, even though this channel is all about material stuff, it's what I choose to show, but it's not what makes me happy. If I buy for myself, it does, but I don't want other people spending their money on my life choices. Okay, we came to the last thing. Open present with sticker 30. It's your Cartier ring. Perfect symbol of our love and understanding. So different but perfectly complement each other. I love you more than words can describe. Happy birthday. Perfect. Like, the birthday present that I got from my sister is the Cartier ring. I'll insert a close-up of it. It's like a gold and then white gold and then that, like, they're two different rings, like kind of together, which is basically what my sister and I are. Always together, complementing each other, but so different. And that's why our relationship and our bond is so special, because honestly, like, I couldn't imagine a day without her. Like, we're so close, we love each other so much, and you know what? I honestly, we've been through so many hard times together and so many happy times together that it just shows that the bond becomes better and stronger and more important. And I'm very grateful to our parents, because they always taught us to love each other and to appreciate each other and to be there for each other. So with that, I conclude this video, which is already way too long. I wanted to thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about my sister's present. I'll see you very, very soon. Bye, guys!